Ladies and gentlemen, very briefly, we have Commissioner Reding with us, the commissioner-designate for Justice, Fundamental Rights and Citizenship. She will say a very few words and then will answer a very few questions, but out of respect for the Parliament, this is now the hour of the Parliament.
And it is the hour also of our European democracy. There are not many parliaments in the world which have the possibility to ask extensively questions to the designated members of their executive. The European Parliament has been fighting to get this possibility. That is really democracy in movement, and I think we should be very proud of this. We should also be very proud that we have the fundamental charter, the Charter of Fundamental Rights, which is now integral part of our treaties and which gives to our citizens a whole series of not only classical rights of the citizens, but also very special environmental rights, social rights, rights to free movement, and rights to integrity, also the so-called new rights, rights to free speech and access to information. I think we have here the most modern Charter of Fundamental Rights in the world. We should be proud of this and we should implement it. And implementing this will be my responsibility if the Parliament so wishes, which means that in the future all policies will be screened on their accordance with the fundamental rights principles. I will do that in the responsibilities which are specifically mine: justice, fundamental rights, citizenship, gender equality, but I will do it also in all the other policy fields of the Commission. There will be an assessment of each decision taken in the Commission if it is in accordance with the fundamental rights, and I will not shy away if the Member States in their application of EU law do not respect the fundamental rights to say it aloud and to start infringement procedures. The fundamental rights, the citizenships, the right to the free movement should become a European habit, a European national way of living. I will be there with the help of the Parliament in order to see that this happens in the next 5 years.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you have questions, please ask them now. The Commissioner is still available for around 5 minutes. If you want to do that now, then you can take the floor now. Otherwise, she's also available bilaterally. Are there any questions you want to ask here in public? Because I think we have even... You have that? If that is not the case, then we thank you very much. Oh, there is one. Sorry. Sorry very much.
Hi, I'm Maria Albrechtsen from the Danish newspaper Kristi Dagblad. I would like to ask you if you can explain how you envisage the dialogue with religious leaders that is envisaged in the Lisbon Treaty.
We have to have an equilibrated internal market for citizens where they can move freely. The fundamental rights are an integral part of these rights of the citizens. So the right to a religion and to exercise this religion, or the right not to have a religion at all, are the rights of our citizens. They have to be respected. And in this way, I think that the dialogue with different religions here in Europe, sitting around a table in order to see how they can help us underline and preserve those fundamental rights of all our citizens, of whatever is their religion. That would be an endeavor which the President and myself will take in hands in the next coming months.
There's one other question.
Thank Thank you very much. My name is Kristina Morvai, and I'm a member of the Parliament of the Libe Committee. And unfortunately, as an independent, unattached member, I didn't have the right to ask you a question because we are discriminated against as the independent members.
So I will answer your questions in bilaterals.
Why cannot we do it in a transparent way so that the citizens of Europe can?
I would be grateful. I would be grateful if you understand. The Commissioner had a hearing for 3 hours.
Yes,
She is
but,
available to you, and she offered to you to be available a bilateral question.
Pre-selected and
That's the Parliament that decides that. That's for the Parliament to decide.
The European citizens should know about it. And
Can you please, because this is a press conference, the Commissioner offered to you to be available bilaterally, and I think she had 3 hours of a hearing. That's over now. So. Yes. Okay. So the journalists have the Commissioner at her disposal. Anybody else, of course, she's always disposal of the Parliament. But this hearing is now over. Thank you very much for your interest, and Commissioner Reding is available for journalist questions if you want to ask further questions. Thank you.